Hello friends, I am your friend Amogvers and back with another video of microorganisms. So friends, I am back with an interesting topic for you and you will be not bored in this topic and you will be enjoyed, and most interesting topic, that is microorganisms, can be explained in this video. The word microorganisms, so you hear the micro, so micro means extremely small. So microorganisms can be defined as the organisms that are too small and cannot be seen with our naked eyes and needs microscopes. So microorganisms have five types in them, that is viruses, bacteria, protozoa, algae and fungi. So friends, viruses, when you take the name of virus, you see the cholera and many diseases causing by them. So some of them are important and non-important in the nature, and viruses play both living and non-living thing, living role in the environment. So they play living role in the host cell and non-living role outside the host cell. So they are known as the connecting link between the living and non-living things. So friends, bacterias are very funny and interesting, like they have in different shapes. The rod shaped is cocci, bacillis, and many of them, they are known for their shapes. So the rod shaped is bacilli, the curved or sphere, that is cocci, and the spiral shaped spirilla and many other bacteria. They are they cause whooping cough, cholera, and diseases for digestions and etc. So the next one is protozoa. So the first protozoa, the first microorganism found in this world was a protozoa, that is amoeba. So friends, amoeba is example for protozoa. Algae, so about algae I want to tell you that is they are parasitic, and some are unicellular and some are multicellular organisms. And fungi are heterotrophic animals. They are lacking in chlorophyll and they obtain chlorophyll from their host cell. So mushrooms and etc are fungi. So next is important microorganisms. The importance of microorganisms in the digestion of food: we found 100 trillion of microorganisms in our elementary canals. So they are important in digestion, and they are also important in food industry, that to make curd. So we have made another video on making how the curd is made, that is lactic fermentation. So they are used in making of cheese, bread, and in making of bread, yeast is required. When the yeast respires anaerobically, the bubbles or fluffiness is because of the yeast. So to obtain alcohol for the commercial purpose, and so when the microorganisms are added into food, we don't leave the food for many time, or we keep it in the refrigerators. Why? Because food spoilage is very important topic, or further topic in the microorganisms. So food spoilage we are having preservatives. So what are preservatives? So is salt, citric acids, and some of the oil is put into pickles, that they should not spoil. So we can dehydrate it, so to stop the moisture in it. Moisture can lead to the spoilage of food, because where the moisture increases the microorganisms. So pasteurization and many other steps are done to prevent food from spoiling. So another, that is nitrogen cycle, we are going to talk about is, so nitrogen cycle, the nitrogen is cycled in the environment. The nitrogen is cycled in the environment by the microorganisms, and the many organisms play very important role in giving us free or fresh nitrogen in this world. So when there are some certain steps to be followed in the nitrogen cycles. So friends, when the first step is nitrifying, that is nitrogen fixation. So when the nitrogen in the air is converted into nitrates by nitrifying bacteria that are rhizobium bacteria. So rhizobium bacteria convert the nitrogen in the air into nitrates and converts or puts it into the soil. The nitrates are converted from the nitrogen by the process of nitrogen fixation. So the next step, that is assimilation. When the nitrates are put in the soil, after the process of nitrogen fixation, the plants take up the nitrates, and the nitrates are used by plants to prepare amino acid, nucleic acid, proteins, and etc. After the assimilation, we have ammonification. What is ammonification? So after the amino acids, proteins, and many acids like nucleic acids are eaten, or when plants are eaten up by the animals and humans, the nitrogen is passed through the body through the food. So uh, after this ammonification, I was telling, right? So there are certain bacteria that convert the nitrates or amino acids or proteins into ammonia. So the after this we have denitrification. So denitrification, there are certain bacteria who denitrify the ammonia into nitrogen, inert nitrogen. So there are clostridium, pseudomonia, and etc. So after this denitrification, so I want to tell you some interesting facts about microorganisms. So are you ready? So first, fact one. So the pleasant smell of rain is nothing but the microorganism actinosomites. So that is little difficult to pronounce. So fact 2. So in this world 5% of microbes cause disease, but whole world's 3/4 oxygen is produced by microorganisms. So fact 3. So the microorganisms are the most abundant type microorganisms, or the organisms present on this earth. So these are three facts, very important, very interesting, that seems. So thank you, and after this, if you liked it, please share and subscribe our channel.